Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. D'Angelo here in my office at Willow Wellness today, and I wanted to talk a little about a new series that I'm starting focusing on thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And this is probably 90% of what I deal with on a daily basis. Folks come into the office and they want to talk about what they're feeling, they want to talk about what they're thinking, they want to talk about the things that they've done and what they want to change about all three of those things. And it might seem really straightforward what thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are. They seem pretty simple, basic parts of our lives. But there are actually a lot of misconceptions around these things and how they interact with one another, how they overlap with one another, and how to define each of them. So for today, I want to talk just really briefly about each three of these things, what they are. So a feeling, what is a feeling? A feeling is an internal experience that's emotional that we all have, that is easiest to be expressed through a single word. So I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel hopeful, I feel excited. These are all feeling words and can be expressed through labeling them with a single word and using the phrase I feel in front of it. Thoughts, on the other hand, they are also internal experiences, but they're a little different than feelings because these are the narratives that we have in our mind, the things that we say to ourselves. And thoughts can be expressed through a sentence or a phrase, like, it's cold outside, or this tastes amazing, or I'm stupid, or I miss her. And so there can be some overlap, you see, between thoughts and feelings. And oftentimes I notice in our culture that folks will use the phrase I feel and then follow it with a thought. And that's a common confusion that we have. It's something I do that I have to catch myself doing to replace I feel with I think if I'm going to be following it with a phrase or a sentence. So it's not that I feel like I'm stupid, it's that I think that I'm stupid. And that might seem insignificant, but I think it's a subtle but profound difference and something that we're going to reflect more on during this series. So feelings, single word, thoughts, a phrase or a sentence, and behaviors are a little different because behaviors don't really have to be expressed or explained because they aren't an internal experience. They are something that is observable to people outside of us, that other people can see, and sometimes other people can catch up on to our behaviors better than we can. So a behavior is, clapping your hands. It is any kind of facial expression. It's getting up and getting dressed and going to work in the morning. So these are things that happen that we do within our physical space and that other people can observe us doing. Sometimes folks get into predicaments because they are fearful that they might act out of their thoughts or their feelings. And that's something I want us to focus on in this series, is how to act out of our values and base our behaviors on the things that are important to us rather than what we are feeling or thinking in the moment. So to kind of give you an example that will combine all three of these, let's say that, I had a friend who walked into the office and I thought, oh, I haven't seen her in a really long time, and I felt excited, and I jumped up and I gave her a hug. So the thought is, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. The feeling is excitement, and the behavior is getting up and giving a hug. So that's just kind of a easy, quick example to kind of break down those three things. And I'm really looking forward to this series. Like I said, this is something that I deal with 90% of my day, deals with these three things. And I think it's helpful to break them down individually. We're going to take a deep dive into each of these during this series. We're going to start with feelings, because feelings are what we have least control over. And we're going to work our way through thoughts, which are kind of in the middle, and wrap up with behaviors, because our behaviors are really what we have most control over in our lives. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are as well, and I look forward to your comments and your questions. If there are things that you want to know about thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, just let me know in the comments. All right, take care.